Have you been watching the FLD playlist that launched this week? Videos on YouTube that Fastlane Daily thinks you'll enjoy. I did a Shakedown auto racing playlist on Wednesday. I hope you watched and liked what I picked. It's still up there. But my head's been twisted ever since Wednesday, because according to YouTube rules, I can show you racing videos on playlist. I can't show you racing videos on Shakedown. So on playlist, you get videos of F1, WRC, and MotoGP. On Shakedown, you get this. This all seems weird, and that's the theme of this week's Shakedown, weird racing news. You know, 2 commenters last week called me out on my bad language. And okay, it got a little heavy with the F-bomb, bleeped in my defense, and a goddamned, and words like laid and dicked and pissed and oh yeah, that whole blow off the stomach of a Falcon tire girl thing. But I promised those fans I'd try to do better. So I'll watch my language and pick purer words to express my thoughts. I can do this. I won't let the job you want me to do be affected by this playlist. God.
Next generation of performance is here. Royal Purple's new high-performance street motor oil, HPS. Fortified with zinc phosphorus anti-wear protection, HPS exceeds the demands of high-performance and modified engines. Magnified, HPS improves metal surfaces for longer engine life. HPS's high film strength frees up more power, reduces heat and wear, plus provides greater protection. The next generation of performance is here with HPS from Royal Purple, the performance oil that outperforms.
You know, I bet what really bothered those 2 viewers was in last week's credits, I compared God and religion to science. But I wasn't talking evolution, just tire technology. Okay, enough. While I figure out the weirdness of playlist versus Shakedown, the racing world gave us enough weird news to distract. Like at the Spa 24, where McLaren decided to race launch its MP4-12C GT3 with 3 cars. And gentlemen customer drivers at, wait for it, a 24-hour race. In retrospect, this was not a brilliant plan. And not just weird, kind of un-McLaren racing-like. But the really weird stuff took off in the post-race press release as McLaren spun the results into their version of a good news storyline. The crash was someone else's fault, but it proved the safety of the carbon monocoque. The second car finished deep in the ranks, but turned a fast lap. And the car that retired had, quote, a thermal incident. Or as we call it over here in the Renault F1 pits, a f***ing fire. Visit our FLD partner friends, motorsport.com, to read the McLaren press release yourself. And speaking of Renault and their fires, I think I count 3 big burn downs of the Black Lodi this year alone. Most blame the front exiting exhaust, but some say at Hungary this time they heard a bang, an explosion. Was that the Kurz battery that blew? Weird. And getting to be a pain in the ass if you're Nick Heidfeld. Literally. Want weirder? Count on IndyCar. Via an article on AutoWeek.com titled, IndyCar Series gets TV boost as Versus becomes NBC Sports. You really don't need to read the article to find the weird. The headline says it all. Yes, IndyCar is telling everyone that the salad days are here and that sucky TV package that gets 0 point less than 1 ratings is fixed. Not by changing the plan, by changing the channel name from Versus to NBC. You know, forget weird, that's just insulting. If IndyCar thinks you are stupid enough to buy that BS, and if it works, well then their fans are that stupid, so congrats IndyCar. But IndyCar has nothing on NASCAR for weird. Starz, the cable channel, is ordering up a dramatic series about the first female owner of a NASCAR team. She, the jilted wife of a legendary driver, seeks revenge by courting sponsors and building her own team from scratch. Kind of like that making her own on her own way show The Good Wife meets what, Breaking Bad? And the name of this NASCAR gig? Tits in the Pits, I kid you not. So this is the new NASCAR marketing model to win back viewers and get more of the cherished 18 to 34 demo? Or is it just a platform for Brian France to air his side of his divorce mess? What, Kyle Busch being an asshole isn't holding the view counts? Now my DirecTV receiver box failed just in time for me to miss the X Games Rallycross action, which I wasn't going to watch anyway because to me, it's not real racing. But you know what was really weird? Ken Block didn't win. Oh wait. Okay, what's not weird is the Royal Purple Different is Best Racer of the Week. And I'm nominating Jenson Button at the Hungary GP. He was different all the way, and in two really important ways. First, his driving style. Smooth, smooth, smooth. May look at times lacking pace versus the hyper-aggressive actions of Alonso, Hamilton, and Vettel. But guess which three spun and flung their cars wild in the wet, while Button, for the most part, kept the thing pointed in the right direction. But the number 2 Button difference maker was his call to stay out and stay off the inter tires when others didn't, be it radio troubles or team orders. Jenson Button made the difference. And just for the fun, why don't you give me your choices for this week's Royal Purple Difference Maker? For now, I gotta go figure out how to use Playlist and Shakedown. 2 days of racing on FLD should be a good thing, not weird. That NASCAR Girly Girls show reminded me about the Fortune magazine top 10 list of highest paid female athletes. Danica Patrick was number 3 at $12 million per year. See, that's weird, because IndyCar is offering $5 million for a win in Vegas, but to Danica, that's nothing. She's making $12 a year for a win, her one win.
Ow, we're living in a